Let me save you a whopping $40,000. We'll reveal 20 SUVs that have been causing headaches for owners across the country. These aren't just minor inconveniences. We're talking about serious issues that could leave you stranded on the side of the road. We'll uncover the problems plaguing these vehicles and the reasons behind their poor performance. You're about to have insider knowledge that could save you thousands of dollars and countless hours of frustration. So, if you're in the market for an SUV or know someone who is, this is information you can't afford to miss. You're driving your Nissan Rogue down the highway, feeling good about your choice of a popular SUV. The smooth ride and fuel economy have you convinced you've made a smart investment. But underneath that sleek exterior, a serious problem is brewing. The Rogue seems to tick all the boxes for the average family or commuter, but appearances can be deceiving, and in this case, they're hiding a potentially catastrophic flaw. The issue lies with the Rogue's turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. Nissan promoted this engine as a technological marvel, but what they didn't tell buyers was that it has a fatal flaw, turning these SUVs into ticking time bombs. Reports of engine failures are flooding in from Rogue owners across the country. We're talking about complete engine failure, often with less than 60,000 miles on the odometer. Imagine your engine suddenly losing power on a busy highway, or worse, catching fire while parked in your garage. The data paints a grim picture. A recent survey of Rogue owners found that 1 in 20 had experienced a major engine problem within the first 3 years of ownership. That's 5 times higher than the industry average for compact SUVs. Even more alarming, over 60% of these failures resulted in the need for a complete engine replacement, a repair that can cost upwards of $10,000. The true extent of the problem might be even worse than these numbers suggest. Many Rogue owners have reported being pressured into signing non-disclosure agreements when seeking repairs, suggesting that Nissan is well aware of the issue and trying to keep it under wraps. So, which SUV brand is hiding a ticking time bomb under its hood? The answer is Nissan, and the Rogue is just the tip of the iceberg. This pattern of rushing vehicles to market without adequate testing isn't limited to one model or one manufacturer. It's a troubling trend that's spreading across the industry, putting drivers at risk and leaving them with massive repair bills. As we move on to our next automotive offender, keep this in mind. The Nissan Rogue's story is part of a larger pattern in the auto industry. Manufacturers are pushing the boundaries of technology and efficiency, but at what cost? Are they sacrificing reliability and safety in the pursuit of better fuel economy and flashy features? The next SUV on our list suggests that this problem isn't limited to budget-friendly brands. Even luxury automakers are playing fast and loose with their customers' trust and safety. The Infiniti QX50 proves that a luxury badge doesn't guarantee reliability. This high-end SUV, with its sleek body and plush interior, seems to have it all at first glance. It's the kind of vehicle that turns heads and impresses neighbors. But beneath the shiny exterior lurks a troubling secret. Consumer Reports has consistently given the QX50 poor reliability ratings, placing it near the bottom of the luxury compact SUV segment. How can a vehicle that costs tens of thousands more than mainstream competitors be less reliable? The answer lies in its shared components with less expensive models. The QX50's engine, touted as an engineering breakthrough, has proven to be a reliability nightmare. Owners report frequent issues ranging from loss of power to complete failure. Problems you'd expect from a budget car, not a luxury SUV. Many of the underlying systems and technologies are also identical to less expensive models, meaning the QX50 inherits many of their reliability issues. The financial implications for QX50 owners are severe. Repair costs for luxury vehicles are typically higher, and the QX50 is no exception. Engine and transmission repairs can easily run into thousands of dollars, quickly eroding any perceived value from owning a premium vehicle. One reviewer summed it up: buying an Infiniti QX50 is like paying a premium for a vehicle that can deliver budget car reliability issues. Owners find themselves making frequent trips to the dealership, spending more time in the service department than enjoying their luxury SUV. The QX50's poor reliability raises troubling questions about the broader luxury SUV market. Are we seeing a trend where automakers prioritize flash over substance, hoping that a premium image will distract from underlying issues? As we continue exploring SUV reliability, remember that sometimes the most unassuming vehicles can hide the biggest surprises. Our next stop takes us to an American icon that's been promising rugged adventures, but delivering roadside breakdowns instead. The Ford Bronco Sport burst onto the scene with promises of rugged adventure and off-road capability. Ford's marketing painted an idyllic picture of weekends spent conquering nature, but for many owners, the reality has been far less exciting and far more dangerous. Despite its tough exterior and adventure-ready image, a serious problem was lurking beneath the surface. Reports began to surface of Bronco Sport engines failing catastrophically, often with less than 60,000 miles on the odometer. The culprit? Cracking fuel injectors that caused performance issues and posed a significant fire risk. This isn't a minor inconvenience. It's a potentially life-threatening defect. Imagine driving your family through a remote area, only to have your engine suddenly lose power or burst into flames. It's a scenario that's all too real for some Bronco Sport owners. The frequency of these issues is alarming. While Ford hasn't released official numbers, independent surveys suggest that as many as 1 in 50 Bronco Sport owners have experienced major engine problems within the first 2 years of ownership. Many cases have resulted in complete engine replacements under warranty. These repeated engine swaps raise serious questions about the long-term viability of owning a Bronco Sport. Will these replacement engines face the same issues down the road? And what happens when the vehicle is out of warranty? Ford's response to the crisis has been telling. The company issued a recall for over 500,000 Bronco Sports and Escapes equipped with the problematic 1.5-liter engine. But many owners and industry experts argue that this action came too late. After months of complaints and dangerous incidents, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, has launched an investigation into the Bronco Sport's reliability issues, signaling the severity of the problem. This level of scrutiny from federal regulators is rare for a relatively new model and suggests that the issues may be more widespread than Ford has admitted. The evidence points to a rushed development process and inadequate testing. In their eagerness to capitalize on the resurgent popularity of the Bronco name, Ford may have cut corners on quality control and long-term durability testing. This pattern of prioritizing speed to market over reliability isn't unique to Ford. As we've seen with other manufacturers, the industry is pushing the boundaries of technology and efficiency at the expense of dependability. The Bronco Sport's troubles are just the latest chapter in an ongoing story of automotive disappointment. As we consider these issues, it's worth asking, are consumers being sold a false bill of goods when it comes to rugged, adventure-ready vehicles? And how many more trail-rated SUVs are hiding potentially dangerous flaws beneath their tough exteriors? From trail-rated disasters to suburban nightmares, unreliable SUVs come in all shapes and sizes. The Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid stands out as one of the most problematic vehicles on the road. How did a minivan designed for safety-conscious parents become such a reliability nightmare? The Pacifica Hybrid promised to combine the spaciousness of a traditional family hauler with the eco-friendly benefits of a hybrid powertrain. Chrysler promoted its plug-in capability and advanced safety systems, painting a picture of effortless family road trips powered by clean energy. It was supposed to make minivans appealing to a new generation of tech-savvy parents. But the reality for many Pacifica Hybrid owners has been far from the eco-friendly dream they were sold. The very systems meant to set it apart have become its biggest weakness. Owners have reported a wide range of issues, with the most concerning involving the hybrid system itself. There have been numerous cases of engine shutdowns and potential fires, raising serious safety concerns. Imagine driving down the highway with your kids in the back, only to have your $40,000 minivan suddenly lose power. The frequency and severity of these issues have led to multiple recalls, but for many owners, it's not enough. The financial impact of owning a Pacifica Hybrid can be severe. Any potential savings on fuel costs are quickly offset by hefty repair bills and the stress of frequent dealership visits. What's worse, the vehicle's reputation for unreliability has led to a sharp decline in resale value, leaving owners feeling trapped with their problematic purchases. So, how are hybrid SUVs failing their eco-conscious buyers? The Pacifica Hybrid serves as a cautionary tale. It shows that cutting-edge technology isn't enough if the execution is flawed. Families looking to go green are being left stranded, both literally and figuratively, by vehicles that promise the world but deliver only headaches. As we consider the broader implications for the hybrid SUV market, it's clear that manufacturers need to prioritize reliability alongside innovation. The Pacifica Hybrid's struggles raise important questions about the rush to electrify vehicles and whether some companies are pushing new technologies to market before they're truly ready for the demands of family life. Jeep's venture into hybrid technology with its 4xe models has hit some serious roadblocks. These vehicles, including the Grand Cherokee and Wrangler, were supposed to blend eco-friendly driving with Jeep's legendary off-road capabilities. But for many owners, the reality has been far from the electrified adventure they were promised. The 4xe models have been plagued by a host of reliability issues. Significant hybrid battery problems have raised alarming concerns about potential vehicle fires, while drivetrain failures have left some owners stranded, an ironic twist for vehicles designed to tackle remote wilderness. Electronic malfunctions have resulted in lengthy repair times, with mechanics struggling to diagnose and fix these complex issues. Cold weather performance has been another sore point. Many 4xe owners have reported that the hybrid system struggles in winter conditions, resulting in poor efficiency and limited off-road capability. This is a significant blow to a brand that prides itself on all-season, all-terrain performance. These problems have severely shaken consumer confidence in Jeep's electrified models. Owners who expected rugged dependability are instead finding themselves with vehicles that come with too many unresolved issues. The disappointment is palpable, with many expressing regret over their purchase. The situation has become so dire that Jeep is now facing multiple class action lawsuits. This legal turmoil reflects the growing dissatisfaction among 4xe owners and sends shockwaves through the entire SUV market. As more manufacturers rush to electrify their lineups, Jeep's troubles serve as a cautionary tale about the risks of pushing new technologies to market before they're fully proven. The race to electrification is clearly creating new challenges for even the most established brands. The question now is whether other manufacturers will learn from Jeep's missteps, or if we'll see more electric and hybrid SUVs stumbling as they try to merge eco-friendly technology with rugged capability. For Jeep, rebuilding trust and solving these reliability issues will be crucial if they want to maintain their position in the evolving SUV market. A serious problem is threatening to tarnish the legendary reputation of Chevrolet and GMC trucks. The culprit? A piece of advanced technology that was supposed to make these trucks more efficient and environmentally friendly. Instead, it's turning them into unreliable money pits that leave owners stranded and facing massive repair bills. The issue lies in the cylinder deactivation technology found in many Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra models. This system, designed to improve fuel economy, has been linked to severe engine problems. Owners are reporting sudden power loss, engine shutdowns, and in some cases, complete engine failure. The scale of the problem is staggering. A recent survey of Silverado and Sierra owners revealed that 1 in 15 had experienced major engine issues related to the cylinder deactivation system. Even more alarming, over 70% of these problems occurred in trucks with less than 60,000 miles on the odometer. These aren't old, worn-out vehicles. They're relatively new trucks that should be in their prime. The financial impact on owners is severe. Engine replacements for these trucks can cost around $6,000, and that's not including additional expenses for fluids, gaskets, and potential rental cars while the work is being done. For many owners, this unexpected cost is a significant financial burden, especially considering how new their vehicles are. The situation has become so dire that multiple class action lawsuits have been filed against General Motors. Owners are alleging that the company knew about these issues but failed to address them adequately or inform customers of the risks. These legal actions are not just a problem for GM, they're sending shockwaves through the entire American auto industry. So, which full-size truck's advanced technology is destroying engines and leaving owners with massive repair bills? The answer is clear. Chevrolet and GMC trucks equipped with cylinder deactivation technology are facing a reliability crisis that's shaking consumer confidence to its core. As we consider the broader implications for the American auto industry, it's clear that the pursuit of fuel efficiency and environmental friendliness comes with significant risks. The question now is whether other manufacturers will learn from GM's mistakes, or if we'll see more innovations that prioritize marketing buzz over long-term reliability. And the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid looked like the perfect family hauler. A minivan with eco-friendly credentials? Sounds great. But here's the thing. This green dream is turning into a nightmare for many owners. Electrical problems are causing major headaches. Batteries suddenly die, leaving families stranded. Charging systems refuse to work, and there are even random shutdowns while driving. It's scary stuff. The numbers tell the story. On average, owners are paying $1,200 for electrical system repairs. And these aren't one-time fixes. The problems keep coming back. Consumer Reports data shows that 26% of Pacifica Hybrid owners had big electrical issues in just the first year. What's really frustrating is how these problems mess up the whole point of buying a hybrid. You want to save money on gas and help the environment. Instead, you're spending cash on repairs and tow trucks. So, why did this eco-friendly minivan end up on our list of duds? It fails at its main job. A family vehicle needs to be reliable above all else. The Pacifica Hybrid's green credentials don't mean much when you're stuck on the side of the road with a car full of kids and groceries. Now, you might think hybrid tech is just hard to get right. But check this out. Our next car shows that even regular gas-powered vehicles from big names can be total lemons. Get ready for a compact SUV that's causing big problems. What happens when a major automaker misses the mark in the compact SUV market? The Volkswagen Taos is a prime example. This vehicle is teaching VW some hard lessons, from performance issues to customer dissatisfaction. The numbers don't lie. Only 38% of Taos owners say they'd buy this car again, putting it at the bottom of the barrel. The Taos's problems start with its powertrain. VW opted for a one-size-fits-all approach with a 1.5-liter turbo four-cylinder engine, producing just 158 horsepower. In a segment where competitors offer diverse options, including hybrids, the Taos feels underpowered and dated. Performance is another weak point. Owners report lackluster handling and acceleration that fails to impress. When compared to popular rivals like the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4, the Taos often leaves drivers feeling shortchanged. So why did VW stumble so badly? It seems they misjudged what compact SUV buyers want: a blend of practicality and enjoyment. The Taos offers neither, resulting in a forgettable driving experience that's leaving customers cold. But VW isn't alone in facing challenges. An American icon is also struggling in a big way. We're about to dive into a story of trucks, tradition, and some serious trouble. Ford's F-150 has been the best-selling truck in America for decades. When they introduced a hybrid version, expectations were high. But now, it's become a cautionary tale. What went wrong with this truck? The F-150 Hybrid is facing serious reliability issues, primarily with its hybrid powertrain. Owners report electrical system failures, problems with the battery management system, and even trucks suddenly shutting down while driving. These aren't minor issues. They're potentially dangerous situations, especially when hauling heavy loads. Repair costs are hitting owners hard. Some F-150 hybrid owners are paying over $1,500 just for battery-related repairs, on top of the premium they paid for the hybrid technology. Safety concerns are mounting too, with recalls already issued for potential stalling problems related to the hybrid battery. Here's the surprising part. The regular, non-hybrid F-150 models are doing fine. They're showing better reliability ratings and lower repair costs. It seems Ford may have rushed the hybrid version to market without fully addressing potential issues. The F-150 Hybrid made our list because it's a significant letdown from a trusted brand. Ford's reputation for building tough, dependable trucks takes a hit here. But mainstream brands aren't the only ones with reliability problems. Next up, we'll look at a luxury car that's causing more headaches than expected. The Volvo XC60, despite its reputation for Swedish engineering precision, is facing significant reliability issues. This luxury SUV has already seen 3 major recalls in 2024, including transmission problems and sudden engine shutdowns. These issues are a far cry from the reliability Volvo typically represents. The infotainment system is another pain point. Owners report frequent failures, leaving them without navigation, music, or basic car information. It's frustrating for buyers who expected cutting-edge technology in their premium vehicle. Fuel efficiency is underwhelming too. The XC60 gets 22 miles per gallon combined, which is just average for its class. When you're paying luxury prices, average performance isn't enough. Repair costs are hitting owners hard, especially those who saw the XC60 as a long-term investment. These unexpected expenses are eroding confidence in the brand. So why is this Swedish safety star on our list? It's not delivering on its promises. Yes, it's still one of the safest cars out there. But constant worries about breakdowns and repairs are overshadowing its strengths. Established brands aren't the only ones struggling with reliability. Next up, we'll look at a new electric truck maker facing some old-school problems. Rivian's R1T electric truck is facing some serious problems. With multiple recalls in 2024 for safety issues like faulty airbags and sticky accelerator pedals, owners are feeling less than thrilled with their $71,700 purchase. But the recalls are just the beginning. Software glitches and suspension issues are popping up left and right, leaving R1T owners frustrated. And when something goes wrong, good luck getting it fixed fast. There aren't enough Rivian technicians to go around, and parts are in short supply. Some unlucky owners are staring at expensive trucks they can't even drive. Even when the R1T is working, it's got its quirks. Rivian's unique charging connector sounds cool, but it's causing headaches on long trips. With limited charging stations available, that 314-mile range starts to feel a lot shorter. So why did this high-tech hauler make our list? Because all the fancy features in the world don't mean much if your truck keeps letting you down. The R1T shows us that cutting-edge tech and dependability don't always mix well. But hold on, because reliability issues aren't just for the new kids on the block. Coming up, we're going to talk about a well-known American SUV brand that's having some big problems of its own. We're talking about a three-row beast that's been giving owners more trouble than they bargained for. $60,000 for a Jeep? That's what some buyers are paying for the Grand Cherokee L. But less than 4 in 10 owners say they'd buy it again. Let's look at what's going wrong with this pricey SUV. Jeep stretched out its popular Grand Cherokee to fit 3 rows, aiming for the family market. It looked good on paper, Jeep styling with room for everyone. But in reality, it's falling short. The fancy infotainment system is a big problem. Screens freeze, connections drop. It's like using old tech. This isn't just annoying, it's dangerous when you can't access important vehicle info. The third row? It's tight. Adults and bigger kids feel cramped back there. It's okay for small children, but families expect more at this price. What's really concerning are the recalls. Multiple safety-related recalls in just 1 year is not what Jeep buyers expect. We're talking electrical problems and other serious issues. Repair costs are hitting owners hard, especially for those complex electrical systems. People are spending big money to fix things on a brand new car. The Grand Cherokee L is a letdown from a trusted name. Jeep's reputation for tough, go-anywhere vehicles takes a hit here. It shows that adding seats doesn't always make a better family car. Now, Jeep's problems aren't just in their newest models. There's a popular Jeep truck that's supposed to be tough but might leave you stranded. Let me tell you about that next. The Nissan Frontier's makeover was supposed to be its comeback story, but it's turned into a cautionary tale. After 15 years of planning, Nissan's redesign still carries the baggage of its predecessor. Owners are facing engine problems and faulty airbags, issues that should have been left in the past. The 2023 model hasn't solved these problems. There are recalls for brake components, and the fuel economy is a real letdown. At just 18 miles per gallon, it's way behind the competition for a mid-size truck in 2024. It's not just about mechanics. The ride is stiff, and the interior feels basic. Nissan seems to have forgotten that people drive these trucks every day. And here's the kicker. There's only one engine option. A 3.8-liter V6 with 310 horsepower sounds good, but when other truck makers are offering hybrids and choices, it feels limited. The new Frontier made our list because it shows that sometimes a fresh look doesn't mean a fresh start. Nissan had a chance to fix years of problems, but they're still selling trucks that might leave you stranded. It's a tough lesson for buyers. New doesn't always mean improved. And if you think reliability issues are just for trucks, wait until you hear about the popular German sedan that's giving owners headaches. It proves that even luxury brands can miss the mark. The Volkswagen Jetta, once a symbol of German engineering excellence, has fallen short of expectations. This compact sedan, meant to bring Autobahn class to everyday drivers, is instead bringing them to repair shops more often than they'd like. Jetta owners face a range of frustrating issues. Transmission failures, particularly in 2019 to 2021 models, can leave drivers stranded mid-journey. Engine stalling is another common problem, with cars unexpectedly dying at stops. These aren't just inconveniences, they're potential safety hazards. Electrical problems add to the Jetta's woes. From faulty fuel lines to airbag malfunctions, these issues have triggered multiple recalls. Repair costs for these problems can easily reach 4 figures, with 26% of owners reporting significant issues in the first year alone. Even when it's running, the Jetta disappoints. Cheap interior materials make it feel more like a budget rental than a German-engineered vehicle. Average crash test ratings further tarnish Volkswagen's safety reputation. The Jetta's inclusion on our list boils down to its failure to deliver on the basics. A car should be reliable, safe, and enjoyable to drive. Unfortunately, This once-beloved sedan is falling short in all three areas, proving that even established brands can lose their way. As we move on to our next vehicle, we'll see that sedans aren't the only ones with issues. Jeep's most iconic model, while legendary off-road, faces its own set of problems on city streets. The Jeep Grand Cherokee's reputation has taken a hit, and it's not hard to see why. While this SUV used to be known for conquering tough terrain, now it's conquering the patience of its owners. Let's look at what's causing all the fuss. Electrical problems are a big headache. We're talking about serious issues like sudden engine stalls or complete electrical failures. This isn't just annoying, it's dangerous. And it's happening way too often for comfort. The transmission is another sore spot. Owners are finding out these aren't cheap to fix. Some are paying over $1,500 for transmission repairs. That's a lot of money for a problem you didn't expect in a newer vehicle. The 2024 model year has already seen multiple recalls. Fuel system issues, more electrical problems. It's like a game of reliability roulette every time you start the engine. Here's the weird part. The Grand Cherokee is still selling well. People love the idea of a tough, capable SUV. But the reality isn't living up to the dream. Owners are stuck with vehicles that spend more time getting fixed than exploring the great outdoors. This SUV made our list because it's failing at something crucial: being dependable. All the off-road ability in the world doesn't mean much if you can't trust your car to start when you need it. The Grand Cherokee's troubles are bad, but they're not the end of Jeep's reliability woes. There's another model in their lineup that's even more problematic on the road. And it might surprise you which one it is. Imagine spending $40,000 on a new car, only to find out it's giving you more problems than thrills. That's the reality for some Jeep Wrangler owners. The Wrangler, America's favorite 4x4, is great off-road. It'll climb rocks, ford streams, and tackle trails like a champ. But on the pavement? That's where things get messy. Owners are complaining about the Wrangler's steering. It's vague and wanders, making highway driving tiring and scary. The suspension, while great for off-roading, turns city streets into a bumpy ride. Your morning commute shouldn't feel this rough. The repair bills are no joke either. Owners are shelling out big bucks to fix various issues. It's like the Wrangler is determined to empty your wallet one repair at a time. So why did this off-road icon make our list? Simple. Unless you're planning to live in the wilderness, the Wrangler's daily driving issues make it a liability. It's great for weekend adventures, but as a daily driver, it's more trouble than it's worth. Now, if you think Jeep's the only one with problems, wait until you hear about the new compact SUV that's giving owners headaches right out of the gate. The Dodge Hornet's launch is hitting some major snags. This compact SUV is facing serious electrical problems that are leaving buyers frustrated and worried. Picture this. You're driving down the highway, and suddenly, your dashboard goes completely dark. No speedometer, no fuel gauge, nothing. It's not just annoying, it's dangerous. And it's happening to Hornet owners before they even hit 10,000 miles. But the troubles don't stop there. The cruise control system is acting up too, randomly deciding to take a break mid-drive. It's like the car has a mind of its own, and that mind is pretty unreliable. These aren't small quirks you'd expect in a new model. They're major issues that are sending cars back to the dealership way too often. With a starting price around $33,000, buyers were expecting a dependable ride. Instead, they're getting a vehicle that's spending more time in the shop than on the road. What's really concerning is how quickly these problems showed up. The Hornet is failing right out of the gate, raising serious questions about its long-term reliability. One car expert even compared its electrical woes to issues seen in some other models from the same corporate family. So why did this newcomer already land on our list of unreliables? It's simple. When a brand new model is having this many problems this early, it's a red flag. These aren't growing pains, they're serious defects that need addressing. Now, if you think only fresh-off-the-line models have these kinds of issues, wait until you hear about the long-standing Chevrolet that's still giving owners headaches years after its introduction. Remember when sedans ruled the road? The Chevrolet Malibu was supposed to carry that torch. Instead, it's become a warning sign for car buyers. What went so wrong that even die-hard Chevy fans are saying no thanks? The Malibu's been around for ages, but that doesn't mean it's reliable. Owners are facing serious problems with this mid-size sedan. The tech is a mess. Apple CarPlay acts up, leaving drivers without their apps. And those automatic lights? They work about as well as a broken flashlight. It gets worse. Some owners can't even get into their cars because the back doors won't unlock. Talk about frustrating. And once you're finally inside, good luck merging onto the highway. The Malibu's so underpowered, you'll feel like you're driving a golf cart in the Indy 500. These aren't just minor annoyances. We're talking major electrical system failures that cost big bucks to fix. And with all the recalls, some Malibus are spending more time in the shop than on the road. Here's the kicker. Even car salesmen are telling people to stay away. One guy put it bluntly, "There's really no reason to buy it. Get something different. Save your money." When the folks selling cars are warning you off, you know it's bad. The Malibu keeps showing up on avoid lists because it's failing at the basics. A mid-size sedan should be reliable, comfortable, and decent to drive. This Chevy's striking out on all counts. Now, about that Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid we mentioned earlier. Turns out its problems are even bigger than we thought. Let's take another look at this electric minivan's shocking issues. Revisiting the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid reveals deeper issues than initially discussed. The problems with this electric minivan go beyond what we first thought. Chrysler's recall affected Pacifica hybrids from 2017 to 2023 due to a faulty wiring connector in the transmission. This issue could cause the engine to stall or shut off while driving, creating a serious safety concern for families. Contrary to expectations, the Pacifica Hybrid is showing a 146% increase in problems compared to regular gas vehicles. This statistic points to a concerning trend in reliability. Keyshawn, a car salesman I know, shared his perspective. The Chrysler Pacifica wasn't a good vehicle to begin with, and they made it even worse with the hybrid version. His observation aligns with reports from owners experiencing frequent battery and electronic system failures. Repair costs for the Pacifica Hybrid are significantly higher than standard maintenance. The complex electrical work often runs into thousands of dollars, adding financial stress to already frustrated owners. The 2021 model stands out as particularly problematic. Owners report persistent issues with the EV battery, in-car electronics, and charging system. Many find themselves stuck in a cycle of repairs that never seem to fully resolve the problems. The Pacifica Hybrid continues to make these lists because it represents a good idea with poor execution. While a hybrid minivan sounds ideal for families, the reality falls short of expectations. This situation with the Pacifica Hybrid isn't unique to high-end vehicles. Next, we'll look at a budget-friendly Nissan that's causing similar headaches for owners after purchase. You might think buying a cheap car saves you money, but the Nissan Versa's low price tag hides a costly secret. The biggest issue? Its transmission. One expert warned, "There will be transmission failure. It's almost guaranteed." That's not what you want to hear about your new car. These aren't small fixes. We're talking about repairs that can cost thousands. One owner's transmission failed at just 86,000 miles. Insurance covered it for them, but not everyone's that lucky. The Versa starts under $18,000, which sounds great on paper, but those savings vanish fast when you're constantly at the repair shop. It's like buying a cheap phone that needs constant repairs. You save money up front, but pay for it later. The transmission isn't the only problem. Other reliability issues plague the Versa too. One expert didn't hold back. "They make these cars cheap. Don't buy them." That's pretty harsh from someone who knows cars inside and out. I get it. The low price is tempting. But when you add up all the repairs and headaches, the Versa's not the deal, it seems. There are other budget-friendly cars out there that won't leave you stranded or broke. And if you think the Versa's bad, there's another budget option that's even worse. We're talking about a car so cheap, it might actually cost you more in the long run. The Mitsubishi Mirage is one of the cheapest new cars you can buy, but that low price comes with serious drawbacks. Let's look at why this bargain might end up costing you more in the long run. The Mirage's tiny 78 horsepower engine is severely underpowered, especially for highway driving. This lack of power isn't just an annoyance. It's a potential safety hazard when trying to merge or pass other vehicles. Owners are facing a range of problems unique to the Mirage. The brakes are overly sensitive, making smooth stops a challenge. Air conditioning failures are common, which is a big issue in hot climates. The Mirage also has its share of transmission problems, adding to the list of potential headaches. Here's where the real costs come in. Mirage owners often spend thousands on repairs in the first few years of ownership. This high maintenance cost quickly offsets any initial savings from the low purchase price. Add in the multiple recalls for airbag issues, and you're looking at a car that's both unreliable and potentially unsafe. The Mirage proves that cheap can be deceptive. While you might save money up front, you'll likely pay for it later with frequent repairs and a poor driving experience. It's no surprise Mitsubishi is discontinuing the Mirage in the US. Even they recognize it's not measuring up. This isn't just a problem with budget cars, though. Up next, we'll look at a once popular Kia model that's leaving owners disappointed, showing that even improving brands can still make serious missteps. The Kia Optima looks great on the outside, but it's hiding some serious issues. This car's got a pretty face, but underneath, there's a lot that'll make you think twice about what reliable really means. Kia was doing well, and the Optima was their golden child. Nice design, good features, decent price. It seemed like a smart buy. But now, owners are telling a different story, and it's not good. The 2.4-liter engine in these Optimas is causing big headaches. One expert said, "If the motor lasts 200,000 miles, good luck with the thieves." That's not exactly high praise. And when these engines go wrong, it hits your wallet hard. Repair costs are sky high, and it's happening more often than you'd think. Kia's had to deal with multiple recalls for the Optima, mostly for engine problems. That's pretty worrying for a car you're supposed to rely on every day. Consumer Reports isn't impressed either. They've put the Optima near the bottom of their list for mid-size sedan reliability. It's breaking down more than other cars in its class, leaving drivers stuck and angry. Here's the weird part. Kia's overall reputation has been getting better. But the Optima? It's like the problem child they can't fix. Experts are actually telling people to stay away from it. One said, "If you're looking at new cars, make sure yours isn't on this list, because it might not make it to 100,000 miles. And if you think that's bad, wait till you hear about the American sedan that's giving the Optima a run for its money in the breakdown department. It just goes to show that sometimes famous brands can let you down. The Chrysler 300 looks like $1 million, but it might not even make it to 6 figures on the odometer. This big, bold American sedan turns heads with its imposing look. But underneath that fancy exterior, it's plagued with reliability issues that'll drain your wallet. Experts say the 300 might not even last 100,000 miles without major problems. That's unacceptable for a car in 2024. Owners face unique electrical system failures that leave them stranded, and transmission issues specific to this model that cost thousands to fix. The repair costs for the 300 are staggering. Owners keep shelling out big bucks to keep these cars on the road. It's not a one-time thing either. These problems keep coming back, making the 300 more of a financial burden than a luxury ride. The 300 has had its share of recalls too, covering various systems. When you compare it to other full-size sedans, it consistently ranks at the bottom for reliability. This car made our list because it fails at the one thing a big American sedan should do: be dependable. It's proof that a flashy exterior doesn't mean much when you can't trust your car to start in the morning. The future of big American sedans like the 300 isn't looking great. People want cars that are reliable and fuel efficient. The 300? It's stuck in the past, and that's not where you want to be in today's automotive market. The Ford Expedition, long favored by families for its space and power, is now at the center of a dangerous controversy. A terrifying trend has emerged. These SUVs are bursting into flames without warning. The cause? A faulty battery junction box that can overheat and ignite even when the vehicle is parked and turned off. This isn't a minor issue. It's a potential inferno waiting to happen in driveways and garages across the country. Ford has recalled tens of thousands of Expeditions and Lincoln Navigators from the 2021 model year. The fix isn't simple, and Ford is advising owners to park outside and away from structures until the problem is resolved. The company is working to replace the faulty parts, but progress is slow. In the meantime, they've offered a temporary solution: disabling the battery's ground wire. This reduces power but hopefully prevents fires. Expedition owners should immediately contact their dealer and avoid parking in enclosed spaces. The problem doesn't stop with the Expedition, though. Its luxurious cousin, the Lincoln Navigator, shares the same platform and potentially the same fiery issues. Imagine paying 6 figures for a top-of-the-line SUV only to be told you can't park it in your own garage. For Lincoln Navigator owners, this nightmare is all too real. The Navigator, Lincoln's flagship model, is facing a serious safety issue that's putting a dent in its luxury image. The problem lies in the battery junction box, a flaw shared with its Ford Expedition counterpart. This defect isn't just an inconvenience, it's turning these expensive vehicles into potential fire hazards. The recall affects the same number of Navigators as Expeditions, highlighting the severity of the issue across both brands. Lincoln's response to the crisis has been somewhat different from Ford's. While both companies are advising owners to park their vehicles outside, Lincoln is offering complimentary valet services for affected Navigators. It's a gesture that acknowledges the premium status of their clientele, but it doesn't solve the underlying problem. The reality is that these $100,000 SUVs are still at risk of spontaneous combustion. No amount of free valet parking can compensate for the fear and inconvenience this causes Navigator owners. It's a stark reminder that even the most luxurious vehicles can have dangerous flaws. As we look at GM's lineup of large SUVs, you might wonder if they've managed to avoid similar issues. Unfortunately, this pattern of big SUVs hiding serious problems continues. Next, we'll examine how Chevrolet's Silverado is dealing with its own set of critical safety concerns. The Chevrolet Silverado, once lauded for its reliability, now faces a massive recall due to a critical flaw. This issue affects nearly 2 million trucks from 2017 to 2021, turning routine drives into potential hazards. The problem lies in the transmission. A worn valve can cause a loss of oil pressure, leading to an unexpected downshift to first gear. Picture cruising on the highway when your truck suddenly decides it's time to stop. That's the scenario Silverado owners are facing. GM has received almost 1,900 complaints about this issue, with 11 incidents of vehicles going off-road and 3 minor injuries reported. The company's proposed solution? A new transmission control software that monitors the problematic valve and limits the transmission to fifth gear if excessive wear is detected. However, this digital fix has raised some eyebrows. Can a software update truly resolve what appears to be a mechanical problem? As we look at the GMC Sierra, the Silverado's upscale counterpart, it's clear that these transmission troubles aren't limited to just one model in GM's truck lineup. You'd think paying extra for the GMC Sierra would buy you peace of mind, but some owners are finding out the hard way that a higher price tag doesn't guarantee a smoother ride. The Sierra's issues go beyond what you might expect from a premium truck. Let's start with the interior. Despite its upscale positioning, some Sierra owners are less than impressed. Complaints about cheap-feeling plastics and questionable build quality are popping up on owner forums. The infotainment system isn't faring much better, with users describing it as laggy and unresponsive. Not exactly what you'd expect from a high-end truck. But the real concerns? Reports of excessive oil consumption and engine noise. These aren't just minor annoyances. They're raising serious questions about the Sierra's long-term reliability. And the impact on sales has been noticeable, with numbers taking a hit following recall announcements. GM's response to the Sierra's issues has been similar to their approach with other models: software updates and warranty coverage. But many Sierra owners feel shortchanged, arguing that a more upscale truck deserves a more robust response to these quality concerns. As we turn our attention to Cadillac, GM's luxury brand, you might be wondering, do these issues stop at trucks? Or is there trouble brewing across GM's entire SUV lineup? The Escalade's got some explaining to do. Cadillac's reputation for prestige is taking a hit with the Escalade's mounting issues. Repair costs for common problems often exceed $1,500, leaving many to question if this luxury SUV truly offers value for money. The glamour of the Escalade name seems to be fading in the face of practical concerns. Despite being GM's flagship model, the Escalade hasn't been able to dodge the reliability issues affecting its brand siblings. Owners are reporting a wide array of problems beyond just recalled items. From malfunctioning electronics to transmission troubles, these issues are tarnishing the Cadillac ownership experience. The high repair costs are particularly troubling, as fixing an Escalade can quickly become a significant financial burden. The fallout for Cadillac has been severe. Sales figures are declining alongside the Escalade's reliability ratings. Consumer trust in the brand is eroding, prompting industry experts to question the future viability of large luxury SUVs. The key question remains: will consumers continue to pay premium prices for vehicles that might spend considerable time in repair shops? As we consider the GMC Yukon, it's worth examining whether these issues extend beyond just the Escalade. The pattern of problems across GM's SUV lineup raises concerns about the overall quality of their large vehicle offerings. The GMC Yukon, often touted as a family-friendly SUV, has some concerning safety issues that might make you think twice before buying. While it's part of a larger recall, the Yukon's unique problems go beyond that. Let's talk about its safety rating. The 2021 model only managed to secure a 4-star overall safety rating from the NHTSA. For a vehicle marketed as a family hauler, that's pretty disappointing. It falls short of what you'd expect from a modern SUV designed to protect your loved ones. The Yukon's electronic systems seem to have a knack for failing more often than they should. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a potential safety hazard. Imagine your vehicle's critical systems giving out when you need them most. Consumer Reports doesn't paint a rosy picture either. They've ranked the Yukon among the least reliable SUVs in its class. That's a serious red flag for a vehicle that's supposed to be a dependable choice for families. GM claims they're addressing these issues. They're rolling out software updates and supposedly enhancing the vehicle's electronic systems. But the question remains, are these improvements enough to overcome the Yukon's troubled reputation? As we look at the Chevrolet Tahoe next, you might wonder if it's managed to sidestep the Yukon's problems. But here's a hint. These two SUVs might share more than just their size. The Chevrolet Tahoe, America's favorite full-size SUV, is facing some serious problems that go beyond its GMC counterpart. While the Yukon's issues are well known, the Tahoe's troubles are hitting owners where it hurts most: their wallets. Owners are reporting a major issue that's costing them thousands in repairs. The average repair bill ranges from $3,000 to $5,000, depending on the severity of the problem. This financial burden is just the tip of the iceberg for Tahoe drivers. The transmission isn't the only concern. Electrical systems are causing frequent trips to the mechanic, leading to growing frustration among owners. These ongoing issues are taking a toll on owner satisfaction, with recent surveys showing a decline in happiness among Tahoe drivers. The Tahoe's reliability rating has taken a nosedive, placing it near the bottom of the full-size SUV category. This is a far cry from the dependable vehicle Chevrolet has long promised its customers. Chevrolet's response to these mounting problems has left many owners feeling underwhelmed. While the company is offering fixes and updates, some feel it's too little, too late. The Tahoe's market position is under threat as buyers increasingly look to competitors for more reliable options. As we turn our attention to the Chevrolet Suburban, it seems the story of GM's big SUVs takes an even more dramatic turn. The Suburban's issues amplify the concerns we've seen with the Tahoe, raising even more questions about GM's full-size SUV lineup. The Chevrolet Suburban, America's longest-running car nameplate, is facing unprecedented challenges. Its massive size, once a selling point, is now at the root of complex issues plaguing GM. The Suburban's sheer bulk is causing headaches during recall efforts, turning routine fixes into major ordeals. Once known for its reliability, the Suburban's reputation is taking a hit. Consumer confidence is sliding as quality concerns mount. The SUV's size is putting extra strain on components, leading to increased wear and a higher chance of mechanical failures. This decline in dependability is raising eyebrows among industry experts. GM's proposed solution involves new transmission control software to monitor valve conditions. But questions remain about whether this digital fix will be enough to salvage the Suburban's reputation. The effectiveness of this approach hinges on owners adhering to strict maintenance schedules. As the automotive landscape evolves, with a growing preference for smaller, more efficient vehicles, the Suburban's future looks uncertain. Can this American icon adapt to changing times, or will it become a relic of the past? The Suburban isn't alone in facing SUV troubles. Even off-road legends are struggling with on-road problems. Next, we'll explore how Jeep is navigating these turbulent times in the automotive industry. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, a symbol of adventure and luxury, is facing a serious safety issue that could put drivers at risk. A faulty electronic shifter in certain models can allow the vehicle to move unexpectedly if the driver shifts out of park without pressing the brake pedal. This isn't a minor glitch. It's a significant rollaway risk that could lead to accidents and injuries. While Jeep has implemented software updates to address the problem, some experts question whether these digital fixes can fully resolve what appears to be a fundamental design flaw. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has opened investigations, underscoring the gravity of the situation. But the troubles don't end there. Hybrid Grand Cherokee models face an additional threat: a fire risk associated with the battery. Owners have been advised to stop charging their vehicles and park them outdoors, following reports of fires and injuries. As we turn our attention to the Dodge Durango, it's important to note that these two SUVs share the same platform. This raises concerns about how widespread these safety issues might be across the lineup. Are these isolated incidents, or could they be indicators of deeper problems? The Dodge Durango, often called the muscle car of SUVs, is facing a series of reliability issues that are putting its tough guy image to the test. While it shares some similarities with the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the Durango has its own set of unique problems. Owners are reporting frequent transmission troubles, ranging from rough shifting to complete failures. These aren't minor inconveniences. They're potentially dangerous flaws in a vehicle marketed for its performance. The Durango's powerful engine options, while impressive on paper, have raised concerns about fuel efficiency and long-term durability. Consumer Reports has placed the Durango among the least reliable car brands for 2024, a ranking that raises serious questions about the vehicle's quality. One frustrated owner described dealing with multiple electronic system failures that required visits to several dealerships to resolve. Dodge's attempt to balance raw power with safety and reliability seems to be falling short. The focus on muscle car performance may be coming at the expense of long-term durability, leaving owners with vehicles that require more maintenance than expected. These issues aren't isolated to the Durango. As we look at the Jeep Wrangler next, it's becoming apparent that there are deeper problems within Stellantis's SUV lineup. This pattern raises questions about the company's ability to deliver vehicles that are both powerful and dependable. The Jeep Wrangler 4xe, Jeep's venture into electrification, is now at the center of a shocking recall. Nearly 200,000 owners of these plug-in hybrids are facing a nightmare scenario, a potentially deadly fire risk that can strike even when the vehicle is parked and turned off. The problem stems from a battery issue causing these vehicles to spontaneously combust. Jeep's investigation, prompted by customer data, uncovered 13 fires linked to the affected models, with 2 reported injuries. The company estimates that about 5% of the recalled SUVs, nearly 10,000 vehicles, may have this fire risk. In response, Jeep is telling owners to stop charging their vehicles immediately and park them outdoors, away from structures. It's a temporary solution that's raising questions about the long-term viability of these expensive eco-warrior SUVs. But the Wrangler 4xe isn't alone in its troubles. As we look at the Grand Cherokee 4xe, it's becoming clear that Jeep's hybrid issues might be more widespread. Could this be a sign of deeper problems in Jeep's electrification strategy? The recall has left many wondering if Jeep's bold step into the hybrid market might be stumbling before it's truly begun. The Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe was meant to be a luxurious, eco-friendly SUV for discerning drivers. Instead, it's become a cautionary tale about the challenges of electrification in the luxury market. While the Grand Cherokee 4xe shares some issues with its Wrangler counterpart, it faces unique challenges as a high-end hybrid. Owners are reporting problems specific to the hybrid system, from unexpected battery drain to engines that refuse to start. These aren't minor inconveniences. They're serious flaws that can leave families stranded. For a vehicle marketed as a reliable luxury hauler with a price tag over $60,000, these issues are a major concern. The impact on Jeep's reputation has been significant. The Grand Cherokee 4xe's reception in the market has been tepid, with many potential buyers steering clear due to ongoing reliability concerns. It's a far cry from the success Jeep was hoping for with its flagship hybrid. experts point out that hybridizing a luxury SUV is no easy feat. The added complexity of the powertrain often leads to more frequent repairs and higher maintenance costs. Data shows that plug-in hybrids like the Grand Cherokee 4xe experience significantly more problems compared to their gas-powered counterparts. Jeep claims they're working on solutions, but for many owners, the damage is done. As we turn our attention to Kia, it's clear that the road to electrification is bumpy for many automakers. Can any brand successfully navigate these challenges? The Kia Telluride, once a top-rated SUV, is now facing a major safety recall. Nearly 500,000 owners are grappling with a serious fire risk stemming from a faulty tow hitch. This isn't a small issue. It's a potential safety hazard affecting driveways across America. Kia's investigation revealed a concerning pattern. Between August 2022 and March 2024, 1 underseat fire and 6 incidents of localized melting in the seat tilt motor were reported. The cause? Strong external impacts to the front power seat side cover or seat slide knob can lead to internal misalignment, causing overheating during continuous operation. The recall impacts Telluride models from 2020 to 2024. Kia has acted quickly, advising owners to park their vehicles outside and away from structures until the problem is fixed. Their solution involves installing a bracket for the power seat switch back covers and replacing the seat slide knobs. This latest recall has dealt a significant blow to the Telluride's reputation. It's raising serious questions about Kia's quality control and the overall safety of these popular SUVs. As we look at other SUVs like the Ford Escape, it's clear that safety issues can affect vehicles of all sizes and brands. The real question is, how many more potential hazards are lurking on our roads, waiting to be discovered? The Ford Escape's reputation as a popular compact SUV is under fire due to a series of reliability issues. At the heart of the problem is a transmission crisis affecting the 2024 model. Owners report hard shifts and hesitation when accelerating, particularly in vehicles equipped with the 8-speed automatic transmission. These issues aren't just inconvenient, they pose a serious safety risk on the road. But transmission troubles are only part of the story. The Escape's infotainment system is causing headaches for drivers with frequent glitches, lag, and unexpected crashes. Imagine trying to navigate through rush-hour traffic while your touchscreen decides to freeze up. It's enough to make anyone question their car buying choices. The financial toll of these problems is significant. Transmission repairs for the Escape can set owners back $3,000 to $5,000, a steep price for a relatively new vehicle. Ford has attempted to address these concerns with software updates and extended warranty offerings, but many owners feel it's too little, too late. Consumer Reports hasn't held back, slamming the Escape for reliability and customer satisfaction scores that fall well below expectations for a new SUV. As we turn our attention to the Jeep Cherokee, it's clear that the compact SUV segment faces some serious challenges. Can Jeep's rugged reputation help it avoid the pitfalls plaguing its competitors? The Jeep Cherokee, once a symbol of rugged off-road capability, is now struggling on rocky terrain. This compact SUV faces a perfect storm of problems that's shaking Jeep to its core. What's causing this iconic vehicle to fall from grace so dramatically? Quality issues have plagued recent Cherokee models, with a range of problems making potential buyers hesitate. From transmission failures to coolant leaks and oil consumption issues, the Cherokee seems to be struggling across the board. These aren't minor hiccups. They're significant concerns that have tarnished the model's reputation. In recent evaluations, the Cherokee ranked poorly among compact SUVs. Critics highlighted its subpar cargo space, weak base engine, and mediocre transmission. It's a far cry from the trailblazing reputation Jeep has built over decades. The Cherokee's electronic systems have become another pain point. Owners frequently report glitchy infotainment systems and unreliable sensors, adding to the model's woes. These issues are taking a toll on Jeep's bottom line. Sales of the Cherokee have been declining, reflecting a shift in consumer preferences towards more reliable compact SUVs. It's a trend that's forcing Jeep to reconsider its strategy in this competitive segment. What's next for the troubled Cherokee? Jeep is reportedly weighing its options, including a major redesign or even discontinuation of the model. It's a critical moment for the brand as it tries to balance its off-road heritage with modern SUV buyer demands. The Cherokee's struggles show that even iconic brands can face serious challenges in today's automotive market. As we conclude our exploration of America's most problematic SUVs, it's evident that reliability issues plague vehicles across brands and sizes. The takeaway for potential SUV buyers is clear. Prioritize thorough research. Don't let flashy marketing or off-road capabilities cloud your judgment. Instead, focus on safety and reliability as your top criteria. Dive deep into recall histories, owner reviews, and long-term reliability ratings. Your choice today will impact your family's safety for years to come, so make an informed decision. Remember, the most reliable SUV might not be the one with the coolest features or the biggest price tag. It's the one that consistently performs well and keeps your loved ones safe, mile after mile. As the SUV market evolves, manufacturers will need to step up their game in quality control and safety innovation to win back consumer trust. Your diligence as a buyer can help drive this positive change in the industry.